Good morning, children. This morning session is dedicated to class 12, and we are going to discuss some questions based on the literature lesson Going Places by A R Barton. Well, you may ask this question, sir, what is this story about? Because we should first of all know the chapter sketch before going into question answers. Well, in this story, the writer Barton ex- expresses the theme of adolescence, fantasy. Adolescence is an age of dream and fantasy, no doubt. All adolescents are involved in daydreaming. Any adolescent has a dream to make it into reality. So, like any other, adolescent, Sophie is a character in the story who is a daydreamer. She is always lost in the world of fantasy, and she is trying to fantasize her dream by talking and by making her, status higher, and building castles in the air. She is far away from reality, but the fact is that she belongs to a low middle class family, working family, and her socioeconomic condition is not up to the mark. Therefore, her dream sometimes becomes a cause of suffering in her life. As a daydreamer, she often dreams to have a friend like Danny Cassie, a famous footballer whom she loves and admires. Her family and friends try to help her by making it clear that what she is dreaming is far away from the reality and it cannot be true. She keeps on building castles in the air, and when reality hits her, at that time she is hurt and she appears to be, in a conditions where her dreams are shattered. On the contrary, Jancy is a girl who lives in reality. She lives in the real world. She believes in the real world. When both Jancy and Sophie starts working in a biscuit factory, they earn a little bit. Jancy, on the other hand, helps her family and saves some money for the future. On the contrary, Sophie is not aware of the fact that she should improve her economic status by saving some money and helping her family. Later on, she realizes that dreams cannot be a reality all the time, and if you really want to turn the dream into reality, you have to work hard. Now, this story also highlight the common problems of the adolescents, that the adolescents are often daydreamers. They often dream about having beautiful life, having prosperous life, but the reality is something different. For having a beautiful life, for having a higher or elevated life, you have to work hard and you have to believe in the concrete world where nothing but your hard work can turn into reality. So she should have really understood the fact that dreams are always not true, and in order to make her dreams a reality, she has to work hard. Now, one all India questions that we are taking just to make it clear that how this lesson goes on. The question is, Jancy is just an old Jancy is just as old as Sophie, but she is very different from her. Bring out the contrast between the two friends, citing relevant instances from the story. Let us talk about Sophie and Jancy. Sophie was a daydreamer. She often got lost in the daydreaming and fantasizing, her dream, and she displayed her urge to transcend her status from a working class girl to a higher one without knowing the fact that reality is far away from dream. On the contrary, Jancy is a very practical girl. She believes in the fact that only hard work can make us elevate our status. So, contrary to the fact that Sophie is lost in daydreaming, Jancy is willing to work hard And when both of them start working in a biscuit factory and earn something, Jancy wants to elevate her status. On the other hand, Sophie, even after earning a little bit, she always keeps dreaming about having a friend like you know uh, Danny Cassie, a famous footballer, and she often fantasizes her dream, and that is the reason why she is often in trouble. Her friends Jancy always makes her understand that dreaming is not bad, but reality is far away from dream. Jancy was just the opposite of Sophie, being more practical, down to earth, and realistic. Jancy lives in the real world. She is matured and sensible. She always reminds Sophie that they were supposed to work hard in the biscuit factory and improve their economic status, and they have to improve their education also, and then only they can really turn their dream into reality. One more question before we conclude, that is also very important. The question is, yeah, uh, yes, it is here. This is also an important question, all India question. We are going to do all India question. Yeah, here it is. Yes, the question is, given the socio-economic condition in which Sophie lived, should she have big dreams? Why or why not? I repeat the question. Yeah, given the socio-economic conditions in which Sophie lived, should she have a dream? Why or why not? Sophie needed to work hard and improve her economic status. She should realize the fact that she is a girl from a low middle class family, working family. So instead of just fantasizing about her dream and meeting with Danny Cassie, she should understand her reality, that she is from a middle class family and she may have to face many difficulties in the future. Initially, she should face these difficulties, and after she started working at a biscuit factory, she should save her earnings and try to improve her education, and so that she could take up better job. This requires her character to be determined and hardworking. Instead of being just a daydreamer like she is, she should gradually work hard and improve her economic status. Then only her dream of getting a better status and better friend in life, better life partner in life can turn into reality. Now, on the basis of that, I want to discuss the reality, that is a generalized question, value based question, that why is it so that the adolescents often suffer from frustration and disappointment in their adolescence age. This is the basic. This lesson is highlighting the same factor, the same problem, the same issue. The adolescents in their young age, teenage, are often lost in dream. Some of the adolescents dream of having very beautiful girlfriends in their later future. Some of them dream of living in a better status, economic status. So they are often building castle in the air. Building castle in the air means they are daydreaming. Adolescents really are far away from the reality. The reality is that it is very difficult to survive in this society. This society is the society which is based on the fittest of the survival. Only those people can sustain the difficulties of life, those who are hardworking and practical and believe in the real world. They believe in their hard work rather than dreaming about and making a castle in the air. That is what Jancy is. Jancy is an example of a practical and sensible girl who not only makes Sophie understand that reality is far away from dream, but she also helps her improve her condition. She asks her and motivates her to work in the biscuit factory and improve her social status. Both Jancy and Sophie are examples of any other adolescents of the modern age who are often dreaming Every adolescent, even in the middle class family, has a dream of living a high status, life. But they should know that only by virtue of hard work, only by virtue of laboring hard and improving their educational status, they can turn these things into reality. And that is what I am saying. So thank you, children. Have a nice day ahead. I am sure you have got certain ideas about the problem of adolescence, and you are getting inspired from the discussions and from the two characters, Sophie and Jancy, who are contradictory to each other, and they are the examples of any other adolescents living in this modern world. Thank you very much.